What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we are actually going to be talking about treasure map and the rewards that I specifically got. I know a lot of people are actually asking me, where I placed in the specific treasure map and what rewards you get for whatever placing you're in. So this is exactly what we placed in. We placed in 168th, and I wasn't too sure what I actually placed in the last treasure map. I had to look back, and I placed like 200 and something, like really early 200s. So this time I was able to get a little bit higher up, but I did definitely have a lot less points. I believe I had a little over half of the amount of points I had last treasure map. So the Mihawk treasure map was definitely a lot more competitive. A lot more people were trying to grind up to those really high levels in comparison to the Whitebeard treasure map. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next treasure map is going to lead on from this one. So we have a look at the rewards here. We can see we got 80 of each of the shards, 60 of the crystals, and 19 of each of the orbs, which is a pretty good amount of limit break stuff. We get 3 of each of the tablets, which is okay. I really wish we do get Japan's side of their ranking rewards. Their ranking rewards are insane. Like, people get, like, if I was in this position in Japan's treasure map, like, I would have gotten like triple the amount of tablets, maybe even more, because of their ranking rewards. But on top of this, we got 6 guaranteed skill up books, which is great, 20 gems, 6 of each of the good forbidden tomes, and we also got 20 of the Int Princess Hime turtles. So that's pretty good. That's a really good haul of rewards. I don't know how many gems I spent throughout the entire run of treasure map. I think it was a little more over 20. I think for sure it was a little over 20. But anyways, what I really wanted to talk about was actually going back to the world map and having a look at what stuff is going to be said for the next treasure map. So if we go over to treasure map, we can see coming soon. So coming soon is going to be the next character. Now, at this current time, we don't know who it's going to be. If we go by Japan's release of characters, it should be Treasure Mode Cavendish, along with V2 Fuji, V2 Rayleigh as the boosted legends for that specific event. The fact that it says coming soon instead of just having the silhouette of the character is a little strange, and it could lead me to believe that they could either change up the positioning of each of the characters, they could give us a different treasure map unit, or they could go ahead and, just make it so that they could give us perhaps a global first treasure map. That would be extremely exciting. Or they'll go ahead, and it's still going to be Cavendish, or they'll go ahead and, just tease it, basically. But moving on from this, there is actually already a couple of units that are listed as Trusty characters for the next treasure map. So make sure you're going ahead and getting these characters, ones that you can possibly farm for, of course, because they will be boosted for the next treasure map. So make sure to go ahead and do that. If we start from the bottom, these are the characters that are already out right now that you can get access to, but it says that there could be more added very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So at the bottom, obviously Luffy and Chopper, the tea time units, I did make videos on those specific dungeons, and I did state in those videos that those are going to be boosted characters for the May treasure map event, so make sure to go ahead and farm these guys up if they do ever return. But if you guys missed it, that is unfortunate, but at least getting one copy of the characters is going to be great. You can chuck it on a random team, and it's going to be a point booster unit, so make sure to go ahead and grab those units. Colosseum Riser, I believe he actually leaves extremely soon, so it's unfortunate if you didn't get at least one copy of Riser. It was actually really easy to get him because he wasn't a chaos only unit. You can farm him from the underground and the exhibition difficulties of the Colosseum, so he's not too hard to get a hold of. Then you've got the Clash event, so these are actual normal raid bosses. You have Sabo, Pika, NL, and also Doflamingo, and then for the Neo clashes, you've got Sabo and Mihawk. Sabo and Mihawk, not a lot of people might not have, but for the most part, a lot of people should have these free-to-play characters relatively easily. And then you've got the Treasure Sugo Fest, so the Akainu and the Squad, who were the Treasure Mode Rare Recruit units from the previous treasure map against Whitebeard, Akainu being the 2x booster and Squad being the 1.5 booster, are going to be boosted for the next treasure map. So if we go by the current trend of things, Akainu should be a 1.5 booster, Squad should be a 1.35, but on top of this, the original treasure map rare recruit units in Buggy and Zoro are listed here as Trusty characters. That is so crazy. I'm actually really pumped about that because it makes these treasure mode rare recruit units worth so much more. If we compare it to the Japanese side of things, those characters are only boosted for that current event and then they're never boosted ever again. I really like the way they're doing this because this means that characters that come out in the future, there will be current or new units that come out for treasure map, and they have specials that literally only work in treasure map. It's stated that this ability will activate between a certain treasure map level or a navigation level. So So it's great that they're going to make these characters always boosted units. Or, well, we're seeing these characters come back for the 3rd time. I hope that it stays and they'll always be boosted units. That would be fantastic because, as I mentioned, it really does increase the value of having these treasure mode rare recruit units. But what will their point values be? I don't think Buggy will be a 1.5 booster again. I think it might just go down a tier like last time, where Buggy now will be a 1.35 if I had to guess, and then Zoro will be a 1.2 booster. I would imagine that's how it's going to go, and maybe they'll cycle it so that the next treasure mode after this one, Zoro being a 1.2 booster is no longer boosted, and then Buggy goes down to a 1.2. I can see them doing that. It actually, like, cycling them through means that they'll be useful for a few treasure maps, which is really good. So overall, I'm really excited to see how they're going to be doing that from here on out. Moving on though, we've got the actual Sugafest characters, the Sugafest exclusive, Judge, V2 Lucci, the Quick V2 Lucci, and also Shirahoshi. All 3 of those units, those legend units, are all boosted, so that's great. Obviously they are relatively newer based legends, so not everyone is going to have access to these characters, but if you do have them, it's great. You can go ahead and use them, which is fantastic. And then to finish off the characters that we already have right now, Whitebeard and Mihawk, both the Treasure Map Whitebeard, Treasure Map Mihawk are both boosted as well. So that's fantastic as well, getting ahead to use them. Now, in Treasure Map Whitebeard, Mihawk was stated to be a 1.35 booster, point booster. So I don't think he'll be a 1.35 booster this time. I believe Mihawk will be a 1.2 booster, and I think Whitebeard will be a 1.35 booster. So I think that the most recent Treasure Map unit will be a 1.35 booster, and then the rest of them will go to 1.2, which makes the most sense. Okay, so moving on from that, we've got characters here that are characters that you can farm for right now. So we have Wanda and Carrot from their current Fortnite. Make sure to go ahead and farm those up, because Wanda in particular is extremely useful. She gets rid of Bind and Paralysis for 2 turns. She's a slasher and a free spirit unit. Really useful unit to have, and you're probably going to want to have it for the treasure map, just getting rid of really annoying debuffs. So that's extremely useful. We have Leo, the rare recruit Leo, the limited rare recruit Leo, the int one that was available for the Neo Clash Kinemon, or Neo Colo Kinemon. The Leo is really good for that, so that's awesome. He's going to be boosted. And then you have the actual unit in the Neo Colosseum Kinemon. He's a fantastic unit, a buffed version of his strength counterpart. So if you have him, great. You really want to max him out because he's going to be very useful for treasure map itself. Then you've got Tea Time Sanji and Tea Time Brook. Currently, Sanji is out right now. Make sure to max him out. He's actually extremely useful. He's a 1.75 fighter booster with his special. And Brook, he isn't that great, but at least get a copy of Brook so that you can use him as a point booster. So that's fantastic. Next, you have the Fukaboshi and Neptune Fortnite. Now, Fukaboshi is not actually boosted. As it's stated here, King Neptune, the Sea God King of the Ryugu Kingdom, he is the only unit in that Fortnite that is boosted. A lot of people on Reddit, when I posted the actual point booster list, people were confused that certain characters from certain Fortnites were not boosted. It's because this is what it states. It literally says here in the white text, King Neptune. From the yellow text, Fukaboshi and Neptune. Next in the Colosseum, so these are the brand new units that are coming out. You have the Sawtooth Arlong and Blainheim. These are the 2 new Colosseum units. They're not really that great, like to be blunt about it, they're pretty bad units. I would recommend just picking up a copy of each of these so you can just chuck them on a team for a point booster, or you can go ahead and max them out, although we don't really have double skill up, I don't think. For a couple of weeks or a week or 2, so you'll want to try and wait for double skill up to come around, so you'll have to wait for that. Then Smokey and the Captain, this is the Shambles Fortnite with Smokey and Tashigi, and this unit that is boosted is the Quick Smoker unit with the swapped Tashigi body. So this is the quick hidden boss of the Fortnite. That is the boosted unit. The Tashigi that is the green unit of the Fortnite, that is not boosted. Just the Quick Smoker unit is going to be boosted. And then you've got the Toy Soldier Fortnite, just Toy Soldier is boosted. And then you've got the Shirahoshi Fortnite, which only will give Shirahoshi being a point booster. But on top of this here, the new Super Evolutions for 6 plus Mihawk and 6 plus Zoro are actually both going to be Trusty units as well. If you scroll down here, in this yellow text here, you can see what's more, Zoro, the Pirate Hunter, Straw Hats Born Again, will be a Trusty character in an upcoming treasure map event in May. And then also that will be stated for Mihawk as well in the yellow text, Trusty character in an upcoming treasure map event in May. So both of these characters are boosted, which is great. So if you have these characters, it's great. You can go ahead and use them. And on top of this, we are going to go even further. We have Clash Barto on the last paragraph of his banner, plus the Bartolomeo will be a Trusty character in the upcoming treasure map in May, so be sure to get his wanted poster. Barto is going to be pretty nice to have, especially if you are in the more higher levels and higher navigation levels of the actual treasure map. You know, they do a lot of damage, so having Barto to just tank hits, he actually heals as well, gets rid of some debuffs. He's going to be extremely useful, and I can see him being used in the treasure map itself. So make sure to go ahead and farm up Barto. Barto's available from the 26th to the 27th. We don't know when he's going to return, so make sure to go ahead and farm as many copies as you can. I'm not too sure if we're getting double skill up very soon. I don't know when we're getting double skill up, but I think it is relatively soon, so that's going to be good. Make sure to go ahead and max him out. He's going to be very, very important. And obviously, every single new character from the Sugo Fest of this Fujitora Sugo Fest, being Fujitora and all of the other rare recruits. If you guys didn't see the video of me overviewing all of the characters in this batch, make sure to go ahead and do that to, you know, really determine whether or not you really want to pull for these characters. I would recommend saving your gems for a future Sugo Fest. Wait for the actual treasure map Sugo Fest, honestly, because they're actually going to be releasing most likely V2 Rayleigh along with the 2 new treasure map units. So ideally, wait for that specific Sugo Fest if you are wanting to pull, or if you are more of a free-to-play player, I would recommend saving for either the version 2 Doflamingo Legend Sugo Fest, or wait for the Robin Sugo Fest, because all the rare recruits in Robin's batch are like insanely top-tier units. So that's, you know, up to you whether you want to pull there or not. But that is just it, guys. That's all the information I wanted to bring to you guys about the rewards from treasure map, and also what to expect for the upcoming treasure map. Now, as I mentioned before, we don't really know who's going to be the boosted unit or who's going to be the actual boss unit. We're all suspecting it's going to be Cavendish. I hope it's Cavendish because he's insanely powerful, and it's going to help out driven teams once we get the driven meta on One Piece Treasure Cruise. So hopefully it is Cavendish, and once we get more information on the entire boosted list, I'll make sure to make a video again detailing the dungeons and the optimal teams that you guys should be aiming to build against the new treasure map bosses. But that is going to conclude this video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including my One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.